Bill Belichick, and this is again according to the New York Times. Bill Belichick and Jordon Hudson are reportedly engaged.
She is my muse, my flame.
Pretty good.
Now your
Why
wife.
not update that acknowledgments in the book?
Maybe your wife, yeah.
My
That's a good point.
fiance. Do you think he says fiance? You think he's a big fiance? Well, my fiance.
I bet in that phase you kind of have to be.
Oh, here's my fiance.
Well, because if she's ever in earshot and you don't call her the fiance, you can't be like, that's my girlfriend.
Oh, that's bad news.
That's like, get ready for an all-out war.
I think
if
I
you
did
refer
that
to,
once.
I did it as well.
Yeah, that's not great.
You're like, that's my girlfriend, and then it's like, you can't be doing
Meet my
that.
girlfriend. She's like, who now? I was like, huh? I swallowed a bug. I gotta go.
Yeah, so I think if she's within earshot, you're contractually obligated
Or
to call
she's
her
almost
the
like
fiance.
Daenerys Targaryen, where he has like 20 titles. She's like COO of Belichick Industries, my creative muse, my idea mill.
Yeah,
my fiance.
You got to do the whole thing with her.
Yeah.
The laundry,
Breaker
litany.
of chains, the unburnt, Daenerys Stormburn of the House Targaryen. That's her making her way to all these appearances.
Nice.
I'm excited. There's definitely no distractions for the North Carolina football team.
No,
they're
but
gonna be ready to go.
You saw they sold out their whole allotment of season tickets, though, right?
They should.
So there you go. I guess
I'm interested.
You can make the argument it's going very well for Bill at North Carolina in some ways. I personally wouldn't make that argument, but I guess there's some material for you to do it. So again, Jordon Hudson has told at least one person she and Bill Belichick are engaged to be married. You brought this up off the air, Keith.
Yeah.
Like, how are Steve and Brian and Amanda feeling?
Probably not great.
Can't imagine they love this. I mean, I'm sure they're already aware of it, but can't imagine they love this news.
Now, I don't know if there's like a prenuptial agreement, but my one concern would be the person that would probably tell Bill that he should get one would be Jordon Hudson. I think she's the only one that's advising him at this point. So she might be like, we don't really need this. It's true love. You don't love me? Like, we don't need a prenup. He's like, yeah, you're right. We don't need a prenup.
No.
What's yours is mine, and what's mine is yours. You're like, I don't really know what you're bringing to the table other than your business acumen. But yeah, that is quite a story. I think there have been rumors about this, and people were like wondering if it was going to go down this road. But like he was with his previous girl, like Linda, for a really long time, right? Mm-hmm. And they never got engaged, to my knowledge.
I mean,
maybe they did. I don't know.
Not to my knowledge either. I don't know.
I don't know. It was less soap opera-y back then. It's not much. They've kicked it up into high gear.
Well, it's funny because like our pal Jake will call us about this from time to time.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I guess for Bill at the time, it seemed soap opera-y. And there were little stories that would flare up here and there about him and Linda and whether they're on a trip doing this or doing that, or the Nike thing that gets brought up all the time, the dog at the draft.
Oh, that's true. We'd see like photos from like Barbados.
I don't want to say there was nothing, but just it was nothing like this.
Yeah.
And it was age appropriate for Bill and everything else.
So there's more updates, too, in the New York Times thing talking about the whole Hard Knocks deal.
Okay, so I was just going to get to
You got
this.
those? Okay.
So this is from the New York Times story. This winter, producers at NFL Films decided a new season of its sports docuseries, Hard Knocks, would focus on Mr. Belichick's efforts to build the UNC football program ahead of the 2025 season. HBO agreed to air it. And by the way, Bill was just arguing about this on Ryan Clark's podcast, being like, oh, it was just kind of an idea. It never really got off the ground. No.
No, this was pretty well in development.
Way along the way to getting it done. Bill had crafted a statement that was going to be in a press release, and HBO, as the New York Times is reporting, agreed to air it. But days before they were set to announce the series, Ms. Hudson demanded she be granted content approval and partial ownership of the show.
She was to own the show?
According to
Hard Knocks?
According to a person familiar with the deal who spoke on the condition of anonymity, because
that is a tough word.
It is, because they were not authorized by producers to speak to a reporter. Okay? So she wanted content approval and partial ownership of the show.
Like Caleb Williams joining the draft. I want to own the team. Like, you're not going to own the team.
Yeah, her and Caleb Williams' father, Spider-Man meme. That's exactly what's going on with this.
Like, this is what we want. That is so bizarre because when we first heard they were doing Hard Knocks North Carolina, I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I even thought, a lot of the changes, she's clearly in his ear. He's not on Instagram. He's not on Twitter, all these things until he meets her. He's not in commercials until he meets her. He never would have wanted to do Hard Knocks, but he's doing Hard Knocks. I'm like, all right, this could be interesting. And then when he got yanked away, my first thought was, isn't this a NFL owners being like, we don't want to shine the spotlight on Bill? I put it more on Kraft, Arthur Blank, guys like that being like, no, we don't want to.
Yeah, no, this is an NFL show, sour grapes. That's initially what I thought too.
Turns out no. Turns out Jordon wanted to run the whole operation down there.
Turns out the same lady who was trying to force her way into underdog commercials in a yellow polka dot bikini.
She's like, I want partial ownership of the show. They're like, how about we give you an HBO Max free for a year? How's that for a trade-off?
Same person shouting down CBS interviewers in what should have been a benign interview, a Sunday morning on CBS. That same person got in the way of this. NFL Films pulled the plug.
Well,
the producers later learned that Miss Hudson was also in negotiations with another production company, Everwonder.
What?
I don't know anything about them. To make a similar series.
Pit them against each other. Smart.
That's according to a person familiar with the situation, Ian Orifice.
What?
The chief executive officer of Everwonder.
That must have been a tough middle school.
Orifice. Orifice?
Yeah, Orifice. Is a doctor?
The chief executive of Everwonder.
COO.
Declined to comment. It's an important line to get in there. So she got in the way of Hard Knocks as well. I do wonder if it's all a make good for Bill. It's like, hey, Jordon, you're not going to be running PR anymore. You're not going to dress me for these interviews. You're not going to be running PR anymore. I'm going to need you to take a step back. And she flew off the handle. You promised me we were going to do this. You promised me we were going to do that. Now you're taking that away from me. How could you, Bill?
Yeah.
And he goes, fine, I'm just going to propose. Like that would make sense to me.
Also, in the story, it mentions how Jordon's father is 49 years old. So just to put it in perspective, Bill Belichick was 49 years old when Jordon's dad was born.
No.
Yeah. He's 49 years older than... No,
that's not right.
No, never mind.
What was Bill doing at 49?
Oh, no. Jordan was born.
There you go.
Sorry.
Now we're
sorry.
talking. Yeah.
I screwed that up.
The math doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. You're right. My bad.
Yeah,
My
sorry.
bad. Take it back. Dump that. Dump that, Nick. I can't have anybody hearing that.
I was like, wait a minute.
No. But so Bill was out of college when Jordan's dad was born.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
He might have had a job in the NFL.
No, that's a good way of putting it.
He might have been driving
in the NFL.
He might have been driving around Ted Marchibroda with the Baltimore Colts, as he likes to talk about.
Oh, it's true, because they've said Belichick's had 50-plus years in the NFL, and this dude's not even 50, so there you go. That's what I meant to say.
That was
and I did say it perfectly the first time. You guys all heard it here first.
Going the way back. Yeah, he was probably driving around Ted Marchibroda in the NFL before Jordan's dad was even born.
Correct.
There you go.
Yep.
Landed it. 617-779-7937. You also mentioned this before, Keefe. I mean, the people doubting Pablo Torre.
Yeah, no, I think he's coming out all right.
I would imagine Pablo Torre coming out pretty strong with this.
I would think so.
But there were some saying, oh, well, see, she's UNC, she's allowed at the facility. They haven't barred her from the facility. Everything he reported is nonsense. I would not feel that way. And I would be a little afraid if I were Bill and Jordan and others. I'd be a little afraid of what else Pablo Torre has up his sleeve.
Yeah, I wonder what Bill's kids, like we were saying, his daughter-in-laws have kind of spoken out. Remember there was
little
Steve's
Instagram
wife had
flare-ups here and there.
Hey, that's not how a PR person would operate, that kind of thing. So I would imagine that gets kicked up a notch in the coming days.
One would think.